Okay, and we are going to do something different today. I don't know if you saw the video I sent in the chat, John, but how well do you know Jason Tatum's draft class?
Ooh, I don't
I
know.
have the list up, so you're good. But
Okay, cool.
we're
All right, what
gonna
are we
do
doing?
a letter grade on how each draft pick panned out as of right now.
What year was he?
2017.
Got it.
So hold on, let me get rid of this. Boom. So let me know when you see it, John.
I see it.
Okay, so we are gonna go through the lottery. This idea was from Let's Keep It a Buck, a basketball slash pop culture pop podcast. So shout out to them. We're gonna go through each player and basically give you a letter grade on how their career panned out so far. So we're gonna do the lottery because we're not gonna do every single pick. So we're gonna do all the way up to the all the way up to Bam Adebayo.
Are we taking in pick or
Yeah, so basically where they got so we'll work on what we need to agree with. Basically where they got drafted and how their career panned out. Right? That sound good?
okay? Yeah.
So Markel Fultz, number one pick, 76ers.
We give that a C.
I'm gonna give that a D.
I'm gonna give that a C.
Yeah, just
Because
because.
he did mess up with the 76ers, but he's looking fine now that he's with the Magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean he's having obviously no one. He's not that living up to the hype first round pick, but he is still a role player slash could be a starter maybe. Like he's a reliable role player right now. I
Yeah.
mean, yes, he didn't live up to the first round pick hype or first pick hype, but he's still in the NBA, so we'll give it to him.
He's
Lonzo
not
Ball,
he's not a big team now. I'm just saying Magic looking good this year. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
so far. Lonzo Ball,
Probably just because of injuries, I'd probably go more D, right? You're saying D?
I agree.
Okay.
Plus the
I say
Lakers,
D plus though. D plus.
yeah, I'll say
Minus.
D plus, just because the Lakers had Lonzo Ball for a little bit, but as soon as LeBron came, set him off to the side. And we thought he was gonna be a difference maker in Chicago, but injuries have derailed his career so far. So we don't have anything to go off of. So D. And plus, as a second pick overall, definitely D. Maybe F, but probably D. Jason Tatum.
Um, go A minus here.
I am going A, S plus, and a W. Perfect pick. Third
Haven't
pick.
seen
They traded down to get Jason Tatum. A plus plus plus, and you can add a W on there.
haven't seen him win a chip yet. I'm just saying.
Hey, compared to the first two picks in this draft and number four, best draft pick so far.
Sure. I
Plus,
see.
he led the team to the finals as well,
Yeah.
compared to everyone else on this list. Actually,
He's pretty damn good. He's pretty damn good. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying.
compared to everyone on this draft board, he probably is the best player from this draft.
Mm,
Besides
um,
Donovan Mitchell, you can make a case, but
sure. I
that's it.
mean, you could say Bam into the finals.
But not as the guy.
I mean, he kind of the guy. He was kind of that
Jimmy
guy.
Butler?
I mean, Jimmy Butler didn't always step up in every single game. It went Bam, Jimmy, Bam, Jimmy, Bam, Jimmy. It could have went either way on that MVP if they won.
No. Well, I'm gonna give it a plus 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 plus.
I'll give it
How
an A.
about you?
I'll give it an A plus.
A.
I
Okay.
mean, they hit. I mean,
Next one,
they could have
Josh
traded
Jackson.
down farther.
Josh Jackson. F.
F. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably go F as well.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
just because he's not in the league anymore. He didn't do much with the Suns. He didn't do much for anyone. So F.
it's a bad organization overall.
Yeah. Thank you.
Uh,
Next one, De'Aaron Fox. A.
give me an A. Yeah.
He has been one of the most electric point guards ever since he got here. Plus, people were debating if he wanted to get traded, if they should have traded him over Halliburton, et cetera, et cetera. But as of right now, he also led the Kings with Sabonis to the playoffs last year, a first in a while. So I think, and he's only getting better. So yeah, great pick. But it's by the Kings. Thank God you can go for anyone besides Tatum above. So Fox definitely A for me. Jonathan Isaac, Orlando Magic. Oh, I'm gonna say C.
I'm gonna say C as well. C plus.
Yeah, just because
Not bad.
he was derailed with injury as well, but he's still playing and he's a reliable role player. Ish.
Sure.
So yeah. Next one, Lauri Markkinen. B.
Yeah. B. B minus.
It didn't work out with the Timberwolves or the Bulls, but He is balling out. He was an All-Star last year for the Utah Jazz. Who knows if he'll finish his career there? But I think it was from that pick compared to everyone else above from him, B plus. John, you want to get this one out the way?
Frank Nikita F. Frank Nikita F.
That's for France.
It sucks, especially because it doesn't get better after this. Yeah, F. Let's move on.
F for Frank, F for France. Yeah, because we didn't. What did he spend like a year or two there?
Yeah.
And
Dennis Smith Jr. I'm gonna give this a. You say C?
Yeah, I'm gonna say C. There's a lot of potential, especially with like a combo guard like him, but it didn't pan out.
I'm gonna say C plus because he did get traded to the Knicks and then came back.
Yeah, I think he's on the Hornets.
Yeah,
now.
now. Yeah.
Next up, Zach Collins. He is now a Spur. I'm gonna say C plus.
Sure.
Not he didn't do much for the Kings, but he is the starter now for the Spurs. I think he's playing decent minutes with next to Wemby. So I'm gonna say C plus.
Sure, I'm fine with that. C plus.
Next up, Malik Monk. I'm gonna say B. It didn't work out for the Hornets, but he is one of the best six men in the league right now for the Sacramento Kings.
I'm gonna go B plus, just because I think he's playing out of his mind sometimes. But
Luke Kennard.
C plus.
I'm gonna say I'll say C plus. I mean, he's a good shooter, but like I said, for a lottery pick, you didn't provide much for the Pistons besides shooting, and that's the only thing he could basically do right now. So, and I think he's injured as well. So, I'll say C plus.
Is he in LA now? Where is he at?
He is in Memphis, I believe.
Oh, he's in Memphis. My bad.
Oh, very good. Next up, Donovan Mitchell. The Denver Nuggets get an F. That not the player. The Denver Nuggets get an F for trading his ass.
Sure, whatever.
To Jazz.
Especially to Cleveland, bro. To Cleveland.
Yep, to Jazz to Cleveland. Yep. So, would you give Donovan Mitchell the player a grade?
A. Especially where he's taken A plus.
A. Yeah, I agree with that.
It's on the same level as. I think realistically he's on the same level as Houston Tatum. I think him and Bam, who's next at 14 with Miami. I mean, everybody really turned out, and they really were. Yeah. They really can be number one options if they want to be. You know what I mean?
So Bam, the Heat. I'm gonna give them B plus A minus.
Okay, mine was A plus.
At 14, I mean, all those players above him, good. That's a steal.
Yeah.
Steal, let's be honest about this. They stole Bam Adebayo from so many good teams that could have got his services.
Do you want to talk about any other individual players in this draft?
What about John Collins? Late. Hold on. Yeah, we'll go over a couple more.
Derek White late.
Yeah. So wait, before we move on, John Collins was a 15, 16, 17, 18th-ish?
Sure.
I think that's a C plus. I'll say B minus C plus, just because we didn't see him pan out in Atlanta, but it's not panning out in Utah. So I mean, he hasn't been that guy at all in his last couple of years. So I'm gonna say C plus.
Sure.
Oh, your guy up next, Jared Allen. Sorry,
Brooklyn. You're going by the list, Phil. Just bring up anybody.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to talk about Jared Allen? I thought that was your guy.
I mean, I do like me some Jared Allen. I do like me the Fro. I appreciate you bringing him up, but he didn't drop his. I mean, that's a far drop. At 22. Let me shut up. I give the Nets an F for trading him because it didn't work out and their whole system didn't work out, and I'm annoyed he plays for Cleveland too. It just
also he's had the Cavs are kind of struggling with him and Mobley though.
Whatever, they're figuring out. Both great players.
Yeah. So what would you give Jared Allen the player? I'm gonna say B plus.
I'm gonna say B plus. Yeah.
Right. A personal favorite of mine, OG Anunoby.
Sure.
Indiana. The Raptors have him still. I'm gonna say a B.
I'll say B as well.
Yeah, because they actually wanted him to be the next Kawhi Leonard, but he hasn't panned into that. But he hasn't been showing you flashes of defense and threes. So I'm gonna say B minus.
Sure.
Kyle Kuzma, another late one. Brooklyn Nets traded to the Lakers.
Yep.
Oh,
who'd they get in that trade?
I think that wasn't the Lonzo trade. No, it wasn't the Lonzo trade.
Probably just picks. So
Probably
we're
picks,
gonna
yeah.
give the Nets an F, and we're gonna give Kyle Kuzma a
I'll say B.
say B plus. Honestly,
Yeah,
of
because
a
I
career.
I
Good
still
for him.
think we haven't seen the prime Kyle Kuzma yet, even though it's been a while. So I'll
Yeah,
say
but
yeah.
he's definitely the number one option. I don't mean to be like that. And
I mean, for on Washington, I hope
yeah,
so. For Jordan Poole, oof,
he not it. I'm sorry, not it.
yeah. Oh, the pick that you wanted to talk about, Derek
Yes,
White,
yes. I'm gonna give Derek White an A minus
A
as a pick,
minus.
just because he really has become that dog. He came out of Colorado and nobody knew about him. Yeah, I'll go A minus for Derek White. Where did he go? He went to Sacramento,
He played in San Antonio.
San
He was
Antonio.
alongside Dejounte Murray while he was still
Oh,
there.
for the longest, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he got traded to Boston in the deadline. So A minus.
So yeah, A minus for the whole round. It's good for San Antonio. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it work out, but
Right.
I mean,
Um,
that's crazy.
Josh Hart, your guy.
I'm gonna go B ish at
Yeah.
30. I mean, he's not with Utah anymore. He's been shipped around a bunch. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I'm gonna go B minus as in career. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
So
B minus, just because yes, he's been moved around, but he has been a solid role player that everyone wants on their team. Tough grit guy, rebounds, assists, hustle plays, etc., and can occasionally hit a three. So I'm gonna say B.
we talk a lot about emotion on this podcast. A lot about like heart. A lot about you know what I mean, like what it is to be a fan. What we consider to be our fans. He's
Oh,
played some games in New York that a lot of New York fans are going, damn, I like Josh Hart. That's who I keep on my team.
and the last one, the second round of the 15th pick of the second round, Dylan Brooks. Let's end with him.
Okay, sure.
Um, to be completely honest, he had his moments in Memphis, but he's balling out right now in Houston. And who to get drafted by? The Rockets. Oh wow, he back to the Rockets. It worked all out full
Came
circle.
back to the team that didn't believe in him, but okay.
Yeah, that's
Um,
crazy, right?
I'll go.
We saw you hoop out, so we want you back. That's crazy.
I'll
Uh,
go C for Houston, but B plus for career.
I'm gonna say B for the player, then C minus for the trade. Because now
Okay.
you just got him back. So, yeah, I'm gonna say B just because.
But they had to overpay for him.
Right. He's been playing well, but I want to see him do this next season again. I want to see consistency from Dylan Brooks. I want to see him bounce back from the year before
Sure.
and continue playing like this. So as of
And
right now,
what I mean by overpay for him is that not that he got overpaid. It's
yeah,
the fact that he was he was picked by this team in the second round, and if you know what I mean, like I don't know about you, but I feel like you could get better bang for your buck. You know what I mean? Once you knew who he was, you know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, but hey, like I said, I want him to be more consistent. I want people to stop. I want people to pay forward the respect, pay it back in double since you disrespected his name. Yes,
Sure.
the jokes were cool, they were funny, but at the same time, he's still an NBA player at the end of the day, and he's showing you why he deserves to be in the NBA with the hot season he's had in Houston. So put some
Sure
respect
does.
on Dylan Brooks' name.
Big facts.
Like Waleed said last week. Okay, and that's the draft. So I feel like imagine if we did NFL as well, like the first round.
I don't want to do that. I can't. After Zach, well, I can't. I can't review a draft anymore. I can't. I can't think what other people were thinking because
Hey,
we
at
have.
least you can pass on Lamar Jackson twice.
I don't want to talk.
At least you can pass on DK Metcalf.
Bro. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
we passed on both those players. Hey, the Eagles passing on Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
I was linked to the pod. What was John eating before? John, what? Let them know. Let Chris know.
Oh, okay. I was having chicken noodle soup. Yeah, it's
Right.
some good
So,
stuff. Doing making it a
um,
trend here.
we'll probably do a bunch more segments like this. Maybe who knows with what drafts. But hey, if you see, we have a whole podcast segment playlist down below. Make sure you go check it out, and we'll see you in the next podcast segment.